Welcome back, Pokemon League Championship fans. We are finally at the playoffs, SemiFinals. Today we've got a kind of a short stream. One of our battles ended in a disconnection, so that's unfortunate. We only have one of the battles of that set. And the good thing is, though, we are giving away Kartana today, so you guys can grab your competitive battle-ready Kartana. It's also shiny. All you got to do is deposit a Magikarp onto GTS asking for a level 100 Kartana. Let us know you did it, and we will send that out to you. Joining me today is Zach.
Yo!
Welcome back, Zach. You had quite a big week this week.
Yeah, man. Stressful stuff.
Yeah, how was your week?
I mean, it was good. All things considered.
How did planning go for you?
Stressful as fuck.
Yeah? I heard you had a pretty jank strategy in mind. Did you use that?
Not at all. Nope.
Did you want to talk about it?
Sure. So, I was planning on, my match was versus Jordan this week, of course.
Yep.
I was planning on, bringing an Infernape lead with grass-type Savali, because Savali gets access to all of the elemental pledge moves.
Okay.
So I was gonna be like, all right, bet. I was gonna lead with Infernape and like Savali versus like something like maybe like Primarina or Jellicent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, this will be lit. Fire Pledge and then Grass Pledge hit with like a grass type move against Primarina for like 150 base power. Like I was like, that's dank. That's gonna hit for hella damage, and then it's gonna set up that little fire grass turret. Well, anyway, to cut a long story short, we tested it out, in testing, and we saw that even though the calc said, it like O code, the testing actually said that it was not very super effective. So we were like, what's going on? So then that's when we figured out, when you use Fire Pledge and Grass Pledge together specifically, it doesn't actually matter what their speed is based on. It just automatically becomes Fire Pledge.
Okay.
Fire Pledge was hitting for whatever and not doing a whole lot of damage. So that idea got quickly scrapped because I was like, well, this is impossible. It's just always going to be Fire Pledge.
Yeah.
So had to come up with a
that's probably where that extra damage comes from too. The first one doesn't actually hit, and then it doesn't double both of their powers. It just does 150 once.
Well, no, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Yeah. It just does 150 once, but it's like, I don't know. It's weird, but to cut a long story short, that idea it didn't work, so I had to come up with something new, and I didn't want to like lead off of weather because I'm very well known for bringing weather, so I didn't want him to counter that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to bring something that he wasn't expecting.
So you didn't end up settling with that one though.
Nah.
Right now I am queuing up something for later in the stream, so I might as well work on that later. Yeah, ready for the semifinals, Hershey. Alright, well, with that, I guess, just a reminder to get these Kartanas, toss your Magikarps up, and we'll go ahead and start showing the teams for the first battle. Shoot. There we go. It is, you might be like, whoa, what's Ian doing there? I thought it was Jay versus Mike. Well, unfortunately, Jay got caught up with school, and he was going to have to drop, so in lieu of dropping, he had me fill in with his team. I had very short notice. I had 3.5 hours notice before the battle, but I didn't even have until 10 to 15 minutes before the battle to prepare my Pokemon because I was out when I got notice. So it was unfortunate, but I played against Mike. This was the round that ended in a disconnection, so I went ahead and just gave the win to Mike. But there was a possibility it could have gone into Game 3. The second match was really good. It's probably unlikely it would go to Game 3 because there was a misstep like later, like in the last couple turns that pretty much cinched his victory. But I was just like, whatever, give it to him. But this match...
You'll definitely have to, like, after this match, I'm just saying, you definitely are going to have to kind of, like, discuss, because, like, obviously, like, we don't know, like, what his mods are going to do, but I'm saying, like, kind of, like, if you can, like, play back the match a little bit and kind
I'll
of discuss
try.
what you
Yeah,
do,
I'll
and then,
try.
yeah, like, I mean, I know, like, you know, you smoke a lot of the
Oh,
memory
whoa,
ultra.
whoa.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you can use your memory and, like, remember a little bit, like, that would help. That would help.
Anyway, in this match, I kind of, like I said, I had like 15 minutes to toss these teams together because if I had thought about it, I never would have put Scizor and Ferrothorn on the same team together. But
That is so fair, actually.
so you know what I mean? I didn't even think about it.
It's
But
so funny to think about.
but then
2018, the meme still lives.
yeah,
And keeping
fire.
in these blood steel type versus the fire type.
Yep. But anyway, I lead with a Renulicus and Sableye. It's a pretty solid lead. You know, you get your powerful sponge plus a fake out, so I basically negate one of his Pokemon's attacks in turn one. And then my low tick is there to deal a decent amount of damage to most of his Pokemon. She actually has quite a few moves on her that do a lot of damage to Mike's team, but I don't think that she really gets to show that off much in this round. Ferrothorn, Stall, plus, you know, a little bit, it hits pretty hard too. The Scizor is just a hard-hitting Pokemon. It's not the Mega on this one. The Mega, or actually, no, it's not the Mega. The Mega is Gyarados on this one, so I went with Mega Gyarados to kind of, you know, try to win.
Right.
Mike leads his Mandibuzz, which is a hell of a tank. Honestly, I should have taken care of that a little bit sooner, but he leads his Mandibuzz and his Ninetales. Even knowing that he had Aurora Veil, I was assuming he was going to protect on turn one with Ninetales. So turn one's really interesting. And then he brings his Sandcore, so he has dual weather in this team. He only needs those two Pokemon to really abuse his sand. And then Gardevoir is there to do some tracing and massive amounts of damage to Pokemon that are weak to fairy types. And then Arcanine's just his trusty dog that's been doing work all season for him. With all that, though, let's go ahead and kick this one off. You ready?
Yep, absolutely.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go. And we're off. Alright, Hershey, I'm going to GTS for you right now. So, again, I thought he was going to protect turn one with Ninetales. Because, you know, I'm going to fake out, obviously. So I chose to fake out the Mandibuzz. Try to get, like, a free turd.
Gotcha.
And that resulted in him not protecting with Ninetales and setting up Veil turn one.
So, was that Sableye? Did that have taunt?
No, I thought about bringing Taunt, but you'll see. I hit him with the Flash Cannon, and it kills.
Gotcha.
Because this is actually Choice Spect Renulicus.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising because I know you. Oh wow, you don't even have Magic Guard either.
Nah, I put Regenerator on him so he could switch in and out and heal, like just tank it out, you know.
Damn, man. I'm surprised you didn't go with the Magic Guard Life Orb set, you know. Because with the Life Orb, like with the Magic Guard, he doesn't take Life Orb damage, but he still gets like the boost to his moves.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah.
I wanted Regenerator on there so I could, you know, shift.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm not hating on it.
One good Moonblast takes him out. And I could have obviously KO'd the Gardevoir with one Flash Cannon, but I knew that eventually, like, Gardevoir wasn't going to do anything to Renulicus, and that I needed to take out this Mandibuzz, and I couldn't Toxic it. So, like, Poison's eventually going to take out that Gardevoir. I don't need to worry about that so much.
Also, again, like you said before, I think I think a big point of this was just you literally had like no time to like actually make the team.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Or a play test or anything.
right, exactly. And this is a whole team that like you just got a whole bunch of months that you're.
I'll be honest. He messaged me and said I'll be ready in 10 to 15 minutes, and I put the team together then.
Jesus. But I felt bad because like me and Jade were actually supposed to play at like 2:30 that day, but like I couldn't even play until like 3:30 because like I was just getting so many things together.
Yeah.
But that's because like there was a lot of thought and like text that went into my team, so I had to make sure it was all like there. So was that okay? Because I thought Garrett is the Mega, right?
Yeah. I was. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying not to get. I was trying not to get hit with a fairy move for Oko.
I'm surprised you even brought him out there that quick. Over like Scizor.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all good. I mean, to be fair, like even if you brought in Scizor, he could have just brought in Arcanine just as easily.
Yeah, exactly. Switching in Arcanine would have been devastating. Their teams actually didn't match up that poorly. Like Jay definitely could have had a shot, but like I didn't plan. Like yeah, I didn't have any time.
You just didn't have the team that would have like made the difference, I think.
The second round I actually did have a really good team, and I could have won that one. But like again, my internet just dropped. Literally it was 3-2. I had 2 Pokemon left and my internet dropped, and I was like, whatever. But the crazy part is like all 3 of his Pokemon were like about to die.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I definitely could have taken the third match, but I think there was a misstep at some point that basically I don't think I would have even won at the point that it did discon. I'm saying I could have won with that team, but I didn't. And then we disconned, and I was just like, it's not even worth fighting this. Like I'm not gonna fucking fight it out with Mike about another round for a team I wasn't even supposed to be playing, you know?
Yeah, no, I completely understand that.
And that's nothing against Jay. I think Jay made the right call by not participating, you know what I mean? By focusing on his school. It was just like I didn't have any time for this at that time, and I had thought I was already out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, Hershey, here comes your Kartana. Your Kartana's shiny looks real cool. Yeah, Bloom Doom, so I was like...
Wow.
I was like, what move? And then I remembered Solar Beam.
That's sick.
So this is just the OP Solar Beam.
That's sick. And he brought that just for the melodics too. You can even see like the Oko. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely prepared for that.
I was thinking Wild Charge, you know? Like...
He keeps taunting us for Uniclus, not realizing that it's choice spec.
Exactly. I was like, he doesn't realize. I knew at that point that he had no idea.
So he's like, what the fuck is the point of this thing?
It's doing damage, man.
I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, like, Uniclus has so many, like,
See, I swapped him out. This is Hidden Power Rock. And I obviously was targeting the Arcanine, but he switched.
Okay. And now the Aurora guy's gone.
Finally.
But you're like so diminished on power players that you're just kind of like in a bad situation right now.
It ends up being in this match like I think he ends up. I mean, no spoilers, whatever. We already told you he won. It ends up being that he has 4 Pokemon left, but they're all about to die. Like there was like one Pokemon he hadn't brought in, but the other 3 were all about to die, and he had just like swapped out enough to get that plus minus, which again doesn't matter in the finals, but he was I mean, it always matters for show, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And he kept the 4-0 on that one, but like almost all of his Pokemon were about to die. I just couldn't bring it home by the time I got there, especially with that Bloom Doom. And what's messed up about that Bloom Doom is I was like, maybe I should protect. You know what I mean? I was like, maybe I should protect. And I probably would have survived by a little bit at least with protect. But in the long run, it wouldn't have mattered because the next turn he would have killed her.
Right. I mean, I think that's just kind of like one of them things that you just really can't predict for.
Oh yeah, and I also, spoiler, no spoiler, there's no Z moves on either of these teams that I brought. I didn't even know what to bring Z move wise, you know, because I was just like, let's go.
Dude, funnily enough, funny enough.
Funnily?
I keep, if that's even a word, it's not. But we're going.
I think it is a word.
Oh wow, okay, that's cool. I learned something new. But
it is a word.
That's great. Funnily enough, I've been bringing Z moves every week, and literally I haven't been able to use them. Like literally, I will bring Z moves and I will kill either one, kill the threat that it's meant for, or 2, it just not come up. Don't bring or don't. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, I think. Well, I won't spoil it, but yeah, like it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's pretty upsetting because I really want it to happen, but this hasn't been.
Alright. So, bam, giveaways, everybody knows that we're doing that. And again, this is the point where it's like, whoa, Zach, whoa. When you have to go do something, just say, I'll be back, and then put your mic down.
So does the parrot talk out of it?
Can you even hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, so just a reminder, guys. Giving out Kartana, Battle Ready Kartana, Shiny, just for watching. You know, it's Ultra Beast. It's VGC ready. It's got a pretty cool moveset, and here it is.
Hey,
Jesus, Zach, stop!
What? I'm talking to you.
I know you're doing a bunch of other stuff in the background that we can all hear.
What?
When you do this stuff in the future, just say I'll be right back and put your mic down.
You know what?
Ah! That's not funny, dude. You're diminishing the quality of the stream.
Hey, I have a great stream quality, thank you very much. Hershey, you agree, right? You agree that I make this stream so much better.
Shut up. Anyway, here is Zach and Jordan. Week one.
Hold on.
Why do I gotta hold on for you now?
No, I asked you, kind of like if you can try to like retrace what happened in the second match, because I remember like we were talking about it in DMs, and Mike was kind of like he brought mostly the same kind of team that he brought against you that first match. So like what?
No, he brought the exact same team. He didn't change out. He didn't change out his team in the next round. I changed out my team.
Right.
And
well, do you remember what you brought?
Yeah, I know what I brought. Hang on. I'm pulling it up. So, my second team, I started with Zebstrika, Marowak Alola, Togekiss, Scizor, Mamoswine, and Conkeldurr. And Mamoswine was, Scizor was my Mega, obviously. Mamoswine came in. I led Mamoswine Togekiss, and Mamoswine swept almost half of his team with the Earthquake combo.
Oh, that's what's up. Did you use like the Follow Me Togekiss?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It was dope. It was dope. So like, and then I also used Encore on Togekiss, and then it had Air Slash too. So like, I either damaged or killed over half his team in the first couple turns with Mamoswine before it went down, and then Zebstrika came in and did some decent damage. The last two Pokemon were Conkeldurr, or no, it was Zebstrika and Marowak were the last two Pokemon. Marowak was at full health and Zebstrika was about to die, and it was really up to who would have gone. So I, in kind of a kitschy way, I brought me first on Zebstrika to try to, like, I was assuming maybe he would bring, like, you know, Earthquake or Rock Slide on his Tyranitar, and I was like, let me outspeed it and go me first on him.
That's freaking dope. Just
and I did. It didn't end up working.
Like a priority move, and he just goes like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. And it like doubles or 0.5s the power of the move when you do that. But
why has nobody been teching this? That's so nasty.
But I almost got it off, but his Pokemon was faster than me. I ended up killing his other Pokemon with like Wild Charge. But Zebstrika was doing pretty good work in that one. Togekiss and Mamoswine did good work. Scizor actually killed, I think it killed Gardevoir, and it killed like somebody else. Conkeldurr did crazy. Like, all of my Pokemon did really good in that match. But then, like, there was one moment where I should have attacked with Zebstrika, and instead I did Protect, and that was pretty crucial to the outcome of the match in the end.
I see.
But
so,
it was.
So, like, oh, I'm sorry.
It was a good match.
So, like, did he lead the same too?
No, he didn't lead the same, but
do you remember?
I think he brought. Oh yeah, this is funny because I do remember. He brought Tyranitar and what's his face? Excadrill, right? So he sets up the or no, what happens is first turn, right? He goes to Iron Head Togekiss, assuming I'm doing Follow Me or whatever. I did Protect, knowing that he had the Steel move, and then I did Earthquake with Mamoswine, so he Iron Heads the Togekiss, protects it. Earthquake halves both of their HPs with one hit, and then his Tyranitar does like Dragon Dance or something, and it doesn't really do anything. And then the next turn, he goes for the Steel move again, and I like switched out Togekiss for Zebstrika, I think, or I switched it out for something else, and it kind of ate the Iron Head. Yo, I switched it out for Scizor. That's right, because it ate the Iron Head, and then Earthquake killed.
That's awesome. So what did the Tyranitar do?
The Tyranitar switched out. He swapped out the Tyranitar for Mandibuzz.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that. He didn't want to lose it.
And then later on, I ended up OHKOing Ninetales and Gardevoir. Or no, Gardevoir was alive by like a little bit, and then it got to the last three Pokemon, and it was just like, I think he had all his Pokemon were damaged. He had Tyranitar at half health. Gardevoir was one hit. They were all one hit left, basically. And like a discount.
Jeez, that's so crazy. Like, don't you hate it when you have like a really good match?
I probably wouldn't have won, to his credit. Again, I'll reinforce that. I probably would not have won because Marowak was out and it was not faster than any of his Pokemon. So like, he could have done significant damage and killed Marowak, and then that would have been it. But we disconned, so that was kind of that match.
You know what's the crazy thing about that too?
What's that?
You mentioned that. I had like a mini heart attack like after me and Jordan's second match because
Well, hang on, we're about to start talking about your first match.
Well, no. It's not about the match specifically. It's that after the match, you know, I'm going to save it. And all of a sudden I see on my screen, communication with the other players interrupted, like, discons me. And I'm like, whoa, what? What? No,
you're hoping it does. You're thinking it's not gonna let you save the replay.
Yeah, so I'm like, I thought I got screwed, but it's like because I was already in the process, it saved the replay and exited it out. I was just like, oh my god.
That's dope, man. Remember, guys, we're giving away that VGC set Kartana. Just deposit your Magikarp onto GTS asking for a level 100 Kartana. Let us know that you want one and that you did that in the Twitch chat, and we will send one out to you guys. Also, if you're watching this on replay, we do these giveaways every week. I always check for Magikarp, so if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, toss up whatever Pokemon you're looking for, and next week we'll probably see it, and I'll send it out. Without that,
also,
what's up?
I was just going to plug in also for the viewers. We have been giving away VGC, like, staple mons, like Cresselia was last week, and this week is Kartana. But if you have like some like really cool like VGC staples that are really powerful or something, pop it up in the Twitch chat. Maybe we'll take a look at that. Maybe coming weeks, and try and get those away too.
Definitely, we're always looking for new hot giveaways to give you guys. No Pokemon is out of reach, so if you're looking for a specific giveaway Pokemon, preferably we can have the ones that are transferable over GTS, non-event Pokemon. Yeah. But if you guys do have a high demand for a certain event Pokemon, we do that giveaway as well sometimes, where we'll add your friend code and we'll ship you out directly like a special event Pokemon. So keep that in mind. But we need to talk about these last two matches now. It's Zach versus Jordan.
All right. Let me pull that real quick.
Match 1.
Yeah.
So what's with you and kind of owning this Gliscor? Like, Gliscor is definitely wasn't like your main Pokemon all season, but it's like your favorite on your team or something?
It's more like this season in general. I like last season I made a name for Slowbro. Like, everybody was like, bro, this Slowbro's broke. This is like your mascot. And I just kind of owned it. But like this season, I didn't really have necessarily like one specific Pokemon that I owned. Like, nothing was like super
Mime and Amoonguss.
I mean, no doubt. Like, Mr. Mime and Amoonguss have definitely been putting in work in my teams. But like Gliscor is like, I don't know, man. There's something about like Gliscor, like he doesn't always come in clutch, but when he does, it's devastating.
Yeah.
So I've been digging the Gliscor. I've definitely been digging the Gliscor. I will own up to that name.
Yeah, you have, but I wouldn't say that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's interesting, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
interesting how you've been with that. All right, let's say finals bracket.
Definitely feel like at this point he's franchise tagged.
Oh yeah, I can see that, man. But go ahead and talk about your team since you're here.
Well, all right. So Jordan, as you all know, he's known for the Jordan Special. The fake outs, the Focus Sash Gengars. The whole switching in and out. So really, this team really kind of like capitalized off of breaking down his momentum and making it harder for him to switch out by punishing him with stuff like Stealth Rocks and stuff that would do like a lot of passive damage.
Yeah, so, that's smart.
Yeah, Gliscor like really came in clutch there. We got Mega Manny here. Mega Manny here was here mostly for the Primarina, and of course it comes in clutch versus the Bruxish too, doing a heck of a lot of damage with its stab moves.
Dude, what is that?
That was my alarm clock. I apologize. I don't know why I still have that set up.
Alright, so so you had a pretty solid team composition here, and you had a plan for his style. Now, he brought Bruxish. I need to remember. I'll hopefully we'll see in the first couple rounds. Was this a screen Bruxish?
I don't believe so.
So like he brought Bruxish here kind of as a deterrent for your fake out, obviously, but you don't have a lot of priority other than fake out.
Yeah, I mean that is my priority, but I mean I think it wasn't like a bad idea for him to bring it, since I do usually bring a fake out mod on my teams, which as you can see here, I have 2 of them, Mr. Mime and Renee. So I mean, I'm not gonna say like.
And this is really Jordan's whole team. Like this is Jordan's biggest hitters all year. His Gengar, his Gallade, his Bruxish, his Lopunny, Primarina, and Incineroar. This is Jordan's bread and butter this year. This is what he like at first. No offense to him, but he was picking up a lot of Pokemon that were kind of on my team in Season 2, and he didn't yet have Intimidate Incineroar. Like he didn't have Hyper Voice Primarina yet, but he was sitting on them, right? And then near the middle of the season, he starts making some really crucial switches. Like he got rid of Oricorio and some other things. And right at mid-season, he picks up the rest of his staples and kind of rides that into the playoffs, and is gifted from Game Freak with the hidden ability starters, which really, like, his team went from 50 to 100 with those hidden abilities.
Lopunny was definitely really good for him, and yes, those were amazing for him as well. I'll definitely say I'm super happy he didn't bring in both matches Togedemaru or Jellicent, because in testing those were mons that were giving me a really tough time, especially Togedemaru, because of its the redirectional support with my electric attacks versus Primarina. So I actually, in hindsight, I actually prepared my Mega Magnetric with Discharge so that I can still hit through Lightning Rod and actually Hidden Power Ground to hit his Togedemaru for without having to use Overheat.
Yeah, okay. Well, with that in mind, you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
1, 2, 3, go. Now this is the first match in the series between Jordan and Zach. This one has a little bit of build up because I put music to them that you viewers can't hear, but when the commentators watch them, they have music.
Well, I can't hear it either. I got something else, but
yeah,
I'll listen to it later, I guess.
It's cool. This is a BoJack Horseman like lo-fi song.
Oh.
And then anyway, so you lead with that. He withdraws Bruxish immediately, seeing the threat of your Magnetric.
I definitely think he was predicting the fake out lead here, where I definitely don't go with it. And seeing that he has no mod to fake out, I was like, bet, alright, I'm gonna go off and not have to worry about that right now. So I'm like, alright, go for the Discharge, since I have my ground type Gliscor here. That's immune.
Yeah.
Just this Pokemon for damage and try and paralyze something.
God, I wonder what I'm gonna play in Season 4. Because like Disquake was huge for me this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Ice Punch almost kills you.
This is actually funny that you mentioned that. I knew that he was going to bring a lot of Ice Punch from my Gliscor, so I actually bring a very HP and physically defensive invested Gliscor to this match with Impish Nature.
Specifically to survive that.
Yes.
Double protect here, predicting the fake out, taking a page out of my book.
Right. And of course he does try to hit something with the Ice Punch. So I'm thinking because he targeted the Mega Mania that this is like a choice equipped Gallade.
So you get the Volt Switch.
Right, expecting
that Intimidate, by the way. That Intimidate also helped your Gliscor survive. You might have survived without it, but you would not have had that much health left for sure.
Right.
And you would not have survived the second one, but now you're able to survive it. You do go for a risky Volt Switch into your ground, but it does almost nothing to your Gastrodon. Probably also because of that Intimidate from Incineroar. And he goes for the Flare Blitz, which you expertly predicted would happen on your Gastrodon.
Which, look how much he takes from Rocky Helmet, and then takes recoil.
Yep. That was a huge
So-
move. And now, if he were to switch that Incineroar out, it's only going to get an Intimidate off. It's going to die as soon as it comes back in.
Watch what he does. Because he tries to hit the Glade, the Glass Core, and he U-turns, hitting the Gastrodon and taking another chunk from Rocky Helmet.
He's
So now
instantly
when-
going to die.
He comes back, he's going to hit the rocks, and Intimidate won't even go off.
Interesting. Scald.
The Rocky Helmet, I actually brought it for because I wanted to punish his fake out mons. Anytime they would use fake out, they were going to take a chunk of damage.
Okay. That's smart. Now we have SC30. This is another Ice Punch capable Pokemon. His Mega Pokemon. And Valvarez goes back. It also has Low Kick, which would do a significant amount of damage to that Gastrodon. Does it have Grass?
I'm all about high jump kick.
Which Jordan is not about that. However, he goes for the Fake Out, assumably.
Well, I protect here, expecting it, of course. Then I switch out.
Bang! He hits your Amoonguss. Your Giga Drain does nothing because of the Protect. Now you know he's targeting with Giga Drain. Pizza Topping does Rage Powder.
Redirecting any move to it, which he does predict.
Hits the Ice Punch. Boom. Here comes Sludge Bomb. Oh, yeah, perfect prediction on there. He wants this Pizza Topping out of there.
Yeah. But
No mushies on the za. Earth Power kills Gengar, who took the Stealth Rock damage, meaning that Focus Sash was immediately null and void.
right.
Incineroar comes in, accomplishes nothing. Doesn't he have to switch in another Pokemon immediately too? Wow.
But I mean, in hindsight, it was a good scout because he saw who I was going to bring in and then got to pick which one he brought in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So now Bruxish comes in and I can't fake out.
So what's the Protect for then?
I'm guessing just to see what he was going to do.
Close
Oh,
combat.
no, he's
Close
gonna-
combat.
He tries the liquidation, Storm Drain goes off.
Forgot about that.
Yep.
Every year, that's what Aris goes for. A Storm Dream Pokemon and a big Fire type. He loves that strategy.
And I knew he wasn't going to hit me, so I was like, I'm fine, I'll recover. And now I'm back to full HP.
MJ!
You
What's
knew I
up,
was
girl?
gonna target it. You know I was going to target it with close combat again. That's a huge Primarina, by the way.
It's still a
Such as-
good. It's still a good amount of damage with that close combat.
Yeah, it is.
But the Aerial Ace,
I was not predicting this.
boom! Mojo Jojo almost dies. Aqua Jet probably would have killed.
Nope. Because this Infernape is actually holding Focus Edge.
Okay. Were you at full health?
Mm-hmm. Because remember, I switched it in and then he brought in Bruxish.
Right. Alright, so Intimidate goes off. Bruxish has lowered its attack now. Mojo protects.
He is able to switch his moves so we know it's not choice. I'm not sure what his item is here. I wasn't paying attention to see if he had Life Orb.
Could have been a berry.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That could be true.
Mojo!
But I'm like, now, why don't I switch into my ground type and just try and kill these waters, which I do.
Hit him hard with the, which is interesting. It would bring both his water types and no lightning rod.
We were talking about it a little bit. He debated back and forth about bringing either Pachirisu or Togedemaru, but ultimately he just kind of flip-flopped on it and decided not to.
I think that, and it's done some work for him, but I think that Gallade has done the least for him in playoffs.
I think it's just the fact that he's been really liking Mudbunny. I don't think there's one way about it either way.
No, I didn't mean like mega-wise. I mean, as a Pokemon, just come out and kind of died in the playoffs. And I think that maybe he could have, on this team, he could have replaced it with like Toga tomorrow or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Return hits Valvarez for kill.
Yeah, I basically switched into Gliscor at this point because I was like, I no longer really care about Gliscor if it dies, so I'll just switch in and get the free switch.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm like, all right, well, I could be a cheese and kill it with Fake Out. But I decided not to. I tried to use its Z move, Twinkle Tackle, which it gets killed before it gets to do that. So, like I said, I tried the Z move, but it just doesn't happen.
You knew you were gonna win, so you were ready to go for it. All right, so that's round 1 of the set between Jordan and Zach. Good game so far. Let's see what they swap up in round 2. Boom, pause. All right, so we've got Zach rocking your Mega Man. This is kind of the same team, except you swapped out 3 Pokemon here. Talk about those 3 Pokemon.
All right. Well, obviously, as you can see, you see the Politoed, you see the Kingdra. That's like my little bit of my rain core right there. Setting up the rain and outspeeding him with Kingdra. And Scarf Politoed. The whole idea of this team was to pretty much shut off his access to priority moves while just pretty much outspeeding and hitting his mons for super effective damage. The Volcarona here has been putting in work on my ring teams with the Quiver Dance set.
Bug Buzz?
No. I'm not going to spoil it, but you'll see it in the match exactly why Volcarona fits so
Giga
well.
Drain?
Actually, that was actually his Z move. I actually do bring Z Giga Drain Volcarona specifically for this matchup to Oko the Primarina after a Quiver Dance. But he doesn't bring it, so it doesn't. Like I said, I bring Z moves and they just don't come up for whatever reason.
All right. Okay.
So but that's basically it.
Much like you, Jordan brings a very similar team. However, he swaps out his Primarina for his Moltres, and he swaps out his. Ooh, who is missing?
It is. Let me remember.
I'm just gonna switch back.
Oh, I know who it is. It's
Bruxish. Yeah, Bruxish is missing, so he swaps out his Bruxish for his Murkrow for that Prankster priority. Interesting setup by him, and we'll just kick this one off. You ready? Speaking of, before we go into this, we are doing the giveaway still, but I don't know. You want to get an exhibition in after this since we got such a short stream today?
To be honest, probably
TBH.
not. I got some food here. I want to kind of eat it.
Alright, let me down. Okay, no big deal. You ready?
Man, every time I asked exhibition, you're like, no!
I asked you a question, bro. Are you ready?
No! Horoscopes aren't real. No!
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go. We're off. Zach versus Jordan.
This is a message from your sponsors, Coke Zero, to tell you that horoscopes are real.
Shut up. Jordan leading in with his dope hat and chill shorts.
I have the same dope hat. Thank you very much.
It looks better on Jordan.
Wow, racist against white people.
Alright, so he swaps out immediately and brings in the Moltres.
I instantly didn't see Togedemaru on this team, so I felt very safe in leading with Mega Manetric again. Expecting, to hit something for super effective damage. The Murkrow actually presents a problem to me. I actually really was afraid that this Murkrow was going to bring Taunt, and really shut down my Mr. Mime. But I'm assuming he predicted Fake Out and something, so I don't go for that. I actually protect with the Manetric. He sets up Prankster Boosted Sunny Day, to try and power through with this Moltres here. And I actually was pretty afraid for a minute about Scarf Moltres, but nonetheless, I go with Psychic Terrain, setting up the Terrain Now this
That
shuts
prevents
them
Murkrow from doing his moves, right?
only moves that would affect me.
Priority
Because, yeah,
moves, right?
only moves that affect me. He can still use priority moves for him or the field. You'll see right here. He goes for Quash. Senkoseka is protected by the terrain, and now we're switching into the rain.
so you
I
get
can hit
that
for
free
100%
thunder.
accurate thunder. Yeah, and that's going to overcome the Moltres.
Never getting to abuse its son. Bringing in his fake out, but again, you have Psychic Terrain up, so that's not going to work. I think he knows that by this moment, hopefully, so...
Senkoseka protects. I think I went for protect here because I was afraid of high jump kick. I was trying to make it hit itself.
Okay.
But this was actually more of a misplay on my part. I knew he had Sunny Day up on the Murkrow, and I forgot about it for a minute. So Scald doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and Politoed's about to take a beating here. So I get pretty afraid at this point. I'm like, oh wow, okay. All of a sudden the momentum's shifting a little bit. I'm like, let's save him for later. And switching to the pizza topping here real quick.
Yeah.
But because he's a grass type, I'm like, alright, he won't take too much damage from the discharge, and I can try and get some good damage on these two.
Of course.
And, paralyzing the Murkrow.
Perfect.
I'm pretty sure he predicts a switch out at this point because he does target the Manectric. And, obviously not worrying about it since he has foul played the Murkrow.
Senkoseka protects.
Yeah. Again, just trying to scout out something and make this thing fall asleep. But he also protects. And eventually going off with the priority boosted Tailwind. So it's looking a little scary for me right now. The Spore does not go off, so now this Lopunny is definitely faster than my Manectric. So I'm forced to switch out.
Alright, so now Sunny Day is back up, but you've got Volcarona out.
This Volcarona, actually, contrary to popular belief, it does not have any fire moves on it, because I need to use that extra move slot for Protect. But, yeah.
It's not singles.
Yeah. But now the Spore does go off, which is super helpful, because now, if basically no Monza can really attack Volcarona and do damage, I'm just able to pretty much Quiver Dance for free.
Because he doesn't have Sky Attack, or any flying moves on that Murkrow.
Right, yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, this Lopunny is just beefy enough to just not die to the Giga Drain. So now I'm like, well, you know what? Why not switch out Amoonguss, get the Regenerated Heal back, and set up his Rain, knowing that he's not going to be able to kill my Politoed very easily with the Lopunny still asleep.
Could have woke up.
Yeah, but it was a risk I was willing to take at this point. Because I knew I was going to kill the Murkrow and he wouldn't be able to change my weather again.
Was that Hurricane?
That was Hurricane. That's the reason why Volcarona is on my rain team. Because with Quiver Dance and Rain, he got some 100% accurate Hurricane that's going to hit like a truck.
That's true. Intimidate doesn't do anything to these two Pokemon. Psychic Terrain is down, so Fake Out's back in play. Double Protect? Or a switch with Protect?
Switch. Bringing in the Kingdra here.
Oh, and he wakes up to bust the Protect.
Yeah, that was unexpected. I was definitely trying to hit it.
Boom. And now Incineroar goes for Acrobatics.
Yeah, man, I was scared at this point. I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that.
You hit with the Muddy Water, but South Carolina 30
avoids it. I was sick, man. I was sick. I was like, alright, I'm still okay. I'm gonna kill this Lopunny real quick and then we'll get rid of the Incineroar. Nah, dog. Lopunny is good to go. Hurricane does take out the Incineroar, but That's why Pony's still a problem.
And it busts a return off on Kingdra.
Yep, and he's going to take a chunk.
Here's the deal, though. You're going to outspeed everybody here.
True. Doesn't make the situation any less scary, though. But we got the Muddy Water, which Gallade avoids, of course.
Yeah, but you do have Hurricane.
At that point, I was just like, all right, at least it hits with a Pony. That's who I needed it to hit. So, Hurricane is, as you expected, going to take out the Gallade.
Boom, boom. Double hit.
Yeah. Good. Volcarona in Rain was actually one of the ideas I had in Black and White too that I used a lot. Because that was like, like during the whole like Weather War age.
Yeah.
Where like everything was packing weather. So I actually lucked out here. This Gengar is unlike most of his Gengar sets where it's actually not stashed. I'm not sure if it was like a Z-move or something, but it doesn't get to do anything after Kingdra kills it with the Draco. But yeah, man, that was the match.
Boom, and you go home the victor.
Yeah, but like I was saying a little bit.
Go the spoils.
Yeah, the Volcarona on my Rain teams was an idea I had back in the Black and White age that I played a good bit with, and it was effective. It was fun. The good thing about it was that at least in singles play, the Volcarona, it was like I was bringing on my Rain team, and abusing like the 100% accurate boosted Hurricanes. And then if like the most common teams were Sun and Rain, so if they had their Sun setter come in, I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll boost the boosted fire moves. So it's like I get the best of both worlds with that.
Interesting. Hopefully Mike hears that and is ready for that next week.
We'll see.
And we're still giving away those Pokemon, guys. I'm giving away all kinds of Pokemon now because they're there and I have them. But I will show you guys the brackets for finals. Check it out. We have Mike versus Zach in final place, having fought their way through the second round, defeating all the first round players. Well, actually, that's not true. Yeah, you did defeat Jordan and Speakman on your bracket. Jay defeated Josh. Mike defeated William. Then Mike defeated Josh going into his brackets finals. You defeated Jordan going into your brackets finals. And now it's Mike versus Zach. Mike is the brother of the current champion, Aris, so that's possibly a family dynasty coming up. Zach, second time in finals, second time in the league. Very much to be proud of. Hopefully it's not the last time we see him, especially if he loses, But we'll see that next week, guys. They have to plan that this week and make sure they get a time together. Hopefully it's an epic match. I want to see a 3-rounder if possible. But that brings us to our last week of Season 3.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
crazy to think about.
It's been a rough ride, man. I gotta say that, man. I definitely was not expecting to get this far at all. Honestly, especially how rough early season was for me. I was really as Ian could tell you, I was down in the dumps, man. I was not, feeling like my team was well equipped to do anything, and it just kind of turned around for me.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was trying to tell you. That I remember you were down one day. I was like, dude, it's still super early. Anything could happen. You could be in finals. And
I definitely wasn't seeing it.
And here you are in finals. This year you do not have to battle with the extra pressure of a live match, though. So there's that.
Thank God. Yeah, no, I was not about that at all. if you even remotely even asked me, hey, you want to do this live? I'd be like, no bet. That's
not happening. Not happening, buddy. But yeah, that's it for the semifinals of the League Season 3, guys. Hopefully you guys can come back next week. I will be continuing to give away these Kartanas for the next 30 minutes or so. So if you guys still want a Kartana, toss a Magikarp up on the GTS. Ask for a level 100 Kartana. I will ship that out to you guys. But as far as that goes, that's it for semifinals. Zach, you have anything to say?
Really, just thanks to everybody. Thanks for everyone for supporting the stream. Thank you all for paying attention to us and making us feel like we're here for a reason every Sunday. And other than that, thanks to Ian and everything for sponsoring this league and working as hard as he does. I know we aren't the easiest bunch to work with.
Well,
but,
you're not all Steven.
That's true. Never that. Only villains are like that.
but yeah. It's been a great season.
Everything you do, man.
Thanks.
Real talk.
It's been a great season for all of us.
A lot of love.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. And that's it for us here at the league. Peace out.
All right. Peace.